Let's continue to run reliability tests. So click on analyze, then click on scale. Please follow me. You can see the yellow highlights there, analyze and scale, then you have reliability. So click on reliability analysis, analyze, scale, reliability. So that's how we test reliability. Okay, I'll tell you what this test means. This is reliability. Reliability test is not done on descriptive data. It's not. We don't. Not necessary. If you do it, it's completely wrong. So reliability test is done based on variable by variable. Now I have seen, undergraduate student thesis, they put all data together, all independent, dependent, whatever, all data together, and they run the reliability, which is wrong. Reliability got to be run variable by variable. Okay, so we have to test the stability of the data within the variable. We call it reliability analysis. Basically, is a test of internal consistency and stability of the data. That's what we look at, stability and internal consistency. So this data, this is a variable usefulness. So I choose all four. There are 4 questions here. So 4 questions, usefulness, I put it inside here. Can you do it, please? So I highlighted usefulness, 4 items, I put it inside the box. Okay, after that I click on statistics. Please click on statistics. I will cancel and run it one more time so that you can follow me. So we click on item, not all item we click, item, scale, if item deleted, you can see which one I'm clicking. And then inter-item correlation, that's it. We do not need anything more than that. This 3 is enough. So we click now continuous, and then we click OK. And then you can see here the reliability is given, Conmrac alpha 0.819. Okay, so let me run one more time so that everyone can follow me. So I go to analyze, I go to scale, I go to reliability analysis, then I reset. So make it 0. Okay, so I'm choosing this question. So usefulness, this is a variable. I'm taking all the items under usefulness and I put it inside. Then I click on statistics. I click on items, if item deleted, and inter-item correlation. That's the 3 items I'm asking you to click. And then you click on continue. And then you click OK. You can see your Convac alpha is there, 0.819. Okay. Now, for you, I believe for those of you who are sitting with me are basically a starter. You are just beginning to learn. So you have to read a paper, Nunley, Nunally, Nunley. That paper is a must-read paper to understand reliability, internal consistency and stability test. Now, if you scroll down, this is what I want you to refer. If you look at it, item total statistics, Convac alpha here, if item deleted. This meaning that if you delete usefulness 1, your reliability would be 0.777. But your Convac alpha is already 0.819, so it's already high. So if you look at here, if you drop any item, let us drop 1. So now your Convac alpha is 0.819. Now I want to drop 4. So for example, analyze, scale, I go to reliability, I drop item number 4. So I click and I drop. And then I run it. You can see it's become 0.786. Okay, that's what it said. It says if you drop question 4, your reliability would be 0.786. So that's how we do. As we go on, because I'll be having few more sessions, I'll give you a data whereby reliability will be very low, and then we'll keep dropping the item to make sure the reliability is acceptable. It has to be more than 0.7 at least. For PhD is more than 0.8. Now I go again, we test another variable, scale. I go to reliability, then I take out all these, and next variable is basically the ease of use. So I go to ease of use. I choose the 4 items that this researcher has. I put it in here. Okay. So once I put it there, statistics, the one I have chosen is already there. So I click continue, and then I click OK. All right. So I click OK. You can see here the convex alpha is 0.886. So it's a good data. So all right, 886. So that's the highest convex alpha that we can have. So let us start one more. We go to scale, reliability. Okay, let me cancel it. I go back to the data. And what I do, I change some data so that there will be some problem. So I put, say, for example, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I put here also 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm changing some data to create problem, so that you see how it is being tackled. Okay, attitude 1, 2, 3. Let me run reliability. Okay, now. So I go here, I reset, and then I take attitude. Attitude. Glow down is here. You can see attitude. Attitude 1, 2, 3. So I have these 3 questions. So I put that in. And then I go to statistics. I go to item, scale if item deleted, inter-item correlations, right? That's the 3 we need. So I then click continue, and then I click OK. All right. Now you can see here your convex alpha is 861. Okay, 861. Okay, so it's still the convex alpha is very high. Let me change the data. Is still a bit more. Attitude 1. So I change more. Just to show you how it affects. Okay. Okay. Let me go and run it again. So you go to scale, reliability, and attitude. All are inside there. So I just click OK. You can see now the reliability already dropped. Already dropped. Earlier reliability was, you can see here, 861 just before you run. With the little changes of data, the reliability becomes 750. So now this is beautiful. This is what I want. This is what I want to show you. Now look at the screen now. Your convex alpha is here 750. This is what is it. You can see here convex alpha is 750. 750. I want to make it 8. How can I do that? So look at now this one. This one basically, if you look at the last column, it says convex alpha if item is deleted. Meaning if we delete item number 1, your convex alpha is going to be 0.865. So my original convex alpha here is 750. So if I drop item number 1, is going to be 0.865. So what I do now, I go to analyze, scale, reliability. I drop number 1. I drop number 1. Remember earlier, now our convex alpha is 0.750. If I drop 1 now, it's supposed to be 0.865. So you can see now is 0.865. So now we have only 2 items. We don't have 3 items, So we drop attitude 1. So to measure the attitude, we have 3 items. Now, because of reliability is low, to make convex alpha acceptable, we decided to drop convex attitude number 1. So we have now 2 items only. In the questionnaire, we have 3 items. But now for analysis, for further analysis from now onwards, we will have only 2 items. We don't have 3 items already. Okay? So that's how we increase convex alpha. I hope you understood it. So the video will be available in YouTube, and you can watch one more time and you can learn more. Okay? All right. If you are okay with that, now I would like to proceed to the next stage. So what we have done so far, we have learned how to code the data for spaces. Number 2, we have learned how to key in the data. Number 3, we have learned how to recode the data. Then number 4, we have learned how to run descriptive statistics. And number 5, we have learned how to run reliability analysis. Now, please remember, reliability analysis has to be done for every variable separately. If you have 3 independent variables, you have to run for 3 times. Then moderating, if you have 1 times. If you have mediating, you have all mediating together. And for dependent, you have to run together. Dependent, you have to run together. Okay. Now, what happens if under the dependent variable you have few dimensions? So in that question, I will only cover during the factor analysis, when you run the factor analysis.